All right, AOA podcast back for another episode. Dry January is over. Frankie C's having a glass of wine like a gentleman, and we've got a whole podcast
It's a
planned for
beautiful
you.
thing. Beautiful.
Tom Brady retires. Speaking of which, so does Ozzy, and so does Dr. Phil. It's Retirement
What the
Wednesday today.
hell is going on?
The FBI raids Biden's house. CNN is making some moves. America's biggest problem. Plus,
Oh yeah, we didn't get to that.
Gunther's Millions, Jessica Simpson, the
Who's
You
Gunther?
People recap, Super Bowl trivia, Megan Fox, and so much more with some wine on a Wednesday. It's Wine Wednesday, and that's a podcast, my friend. That was a nice little chime there.
This thing, I don't know what it is, but let me see.
Like a church bell.
It's pretty good.
Not bad at all.
I'm gonna do that every now and then just to annoy the hell out of everyone.
When it's time to move on to the next topic, you just
Okay.
ring the bell.
Sounds good. I might be a glass in the hole already.
That a boy. That a boy. All right. Tom Brady retires today. Put out a crying
Again?
video. Yeah, again. He put out a crying video where he like held back tears and then he cried a little towards the end and announced his retirement. And I just watched that video going, what a huge dope. What a big stupid idiot.
What did he do? He was crying.
Yeah, he was like on a beach and he was like, I'm not, he's like, he's getting choked up. He didn't really cry. He was just getting choked up. And he was just like, I'm retired. I couldn't help it. I'm watching this. I'm going, you dope, you idiot. You went back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for one more awful year, and it cost you your wife, marriage, family, kid. Like,
You could have spent that year being retired, drying your tears with your how many rings? 5, 6 rings?
7, I think. I think he's got
7 rings.
7.
Jeez,
Idiot.
yeah. My heart bleeds for you, buddy.
Yeah. For a guy who basically made his life on reaction and timing, he could not have had worse timing when it came to this retirement announcement.
No, I mean, it's before. I'd wait till after the Super Bowl. Wait till the season's over. Wait till things calm down.
See, he did it strategically because he waited till today. Like the lull of the Super Bowl is starting. Like now's the quiet time. So here's what happens. AFC NFC Championship Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Monday, everybody talks about the recap of the game. The first odds come out on the Super Bowl. That lingers in through Tuesday. Today, tomorrow, and Friday, all is quiet. And then everybody goes to wherever the Super Bowl is this weekend, and they start Super Bowl week with all the press and all the things.
So you think there'll be any talk about Tom Brady during the Super Bowl?
There'll be tons of talk. Yeah. You do it now because nobody's talking about the game right now because there's the lull. And then when everybody gets back together and they need something to talk about, that's what they're going to discuss for the entire next week is this guy's retirement.
This guy just start. You retire. You join one of these sports talk shows, and you. What else do you want? How many more rings will it take for you to stop and just relax and just call it a day?
Well, he hasn't even, because remember, you forgot already. He signed a contract with Fox Sports. So he is immediately starting. He signed
forget. I never knew that. You have to have known something to have forgotten it.
We've talked about that before. So it definitely
I don't
came
listen
up.
to you.
He signed a 10-year, $375 million contract to be on Fox.
And when does that
Sports.
start?
Whenever he wants. They thought it was going to start this past year because he retired last summer.
So he had an open-ended, I'll start whenever the hell I feel like it,
Yep.
10-year contract.
Yep. They needed to do something Fox Sports. They needed to do something big. They were afraid he was going to go to ESPN. So they were like, you know what? Here's the contract. You sign it now. You start whenever you want. And he was like, okay.
Whatever they're paying him, I'll do it for half.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Don't matter.
Well, it's funny. The guy that they got is this guy, Greg Olson. So he was kind of just like holding down the fort, waiting for Tom Brady. And now everybody loves Greg Olson. They're like, this guy's good. Don't get rid of him.
What's not to love about Greg Olson?
I mean, for reals.
I mean, we all love Greg Olson. He's the man.
Yeah. The one thing I'll say, I'll give Tom Brady credit for, which I probably wasn't even him, but was probably one of his lackeys, was he said he was not going to do this big long-winded retirement speech. You only get one of those, and I used it last summer. That's what he said. So I'll give him that credit. That was a funny ass line.
Yeah, but he cried and on the beach, wiping his tears with his Super Bowl trophies.
Yeah, he did get a little weepy and emotional.
His $100 bills blowing his nose and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he'll be just fine. It sucks that he had to lose his marriage over one more shitty season.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if it's just me because I've been known to be labeled as a quote unquote pussy on this show, Frank. But
see, but you're also a dick, so
it's 6 in one, half a dozen in the other.
Yeah.
But my point is like I mean, for the world, I wouldn't give up my family. You know what I mean? Like,
of course.
I don't know. Most men would be like, okay, I will give this up for you. You know, it's not a problem.
He was on top. He was going. It wasn't like he was quitting with nothing. I mean, he was the best player the sport has ever seen, arguably.
Yeah. Right.
And he had how many championships? The guy probably had how many commercial deals or whatever.
Right.
It's not like he was retiring with nothing.
What I'm saying is men are used to giving up things. We're used to sacrificing. Basically, our whole life is a sacrifice, you know? Like, for instance, I have a friend of mine. He likes looking at chicks' asses. Okay.
Right.
So his significant other caught him looking at an ass when he was a teenager, in his prime ass-looking years.
Right.
He's never lived it down. And now he can't look at asses anymore without having to hear about it. And that's no way to live, Frank.
I mean, I was questioning the validity of this story from the beginning because you said you had a friend, but now I know who you're talking about.
You men sacrifice so much. So much.
We do. We sacrifice a lot. A lot.
And
so we're used
don't.
to... What?
We sacrifice way more than men do.
No. I mean, it's not
absolutely.
I'm not even close.
We're all everybody's sacrificing. You're sacrificing. I'm sacrificing.
What do men sacrifice?
Here's to sacrificing.
Frank is celebrating the end of dry January in a major way. In a major way.
I'm not letting this holiday.
That's cranberry juice plus.
No, this is
this
is blueberry port from Duck Walk Vineyards.
Oh my God! Why?
It is wonderful.
Why would you do that? See, this is how you know he doesn't drink wine.
It's really good. Plus, it's very sweet, which is right up my alley.
Oh, I had
it's a dessert one you're drinking there.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I drank. That's exactly what I drank after I painted Lauren's windows coming back from the winery that one time.
When you vomited at 70 miles an hour.
Why are you painting windows?
At a movie when she threw up out of a moving car.
Oh, I see. I got it.
Yeah.
Didn't get the metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
Just
that's not the only time I threw up out a window in recent years.
I'm not surprised.
Do you give a heads up? Hey, can you pull over, or you just let it go? No warning.
The last time that happened was in 2016, and it was bad because it was on the southern state.
Yeah, but do you tell the driver, hey, give the driver a 30-second heads up, like I'm gonna puke, pull the car over, or do you just roll down the window?
Driver. Who am I going with?
Well, you're driving and you're not drunk.
No, that was my husband, obviously.
Well, I meant whoever's driving.
Who sacrificed drinking that day so he could drive his drunk, pukey girlfriend around, or wife at the time.
Count it. So, do you give the heads up, or you just roll down the window and let it fly?
I'll be honest with you. We ate at a Mexican place with our friends, not you guys, because I said friends, and there was a long wait, so we kept just drinking margarita pitchers. And then all of a sudden, the entrees come. We sit down, the entrees come out, and I'm sitting there. I go, I have to go outside. Now it's March and it's freezing out. I go without my jacket and I sit on the curb, on the cement outside because that's how sick I felt. And I was like, I'm good. I guess my husband sacrificed eating the rest of his meal because he came outside to see if I was okay.
Count it.
And I'm like,
Keeping a tally.
I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna throw up. We leave, going home, and I start to feel sick, freezing out. Pulled down the window. I didn't even give the warning. I just stuck my head out and started throwing up.
Oh, God.
Probably at 65 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
No good. You got to give the, hey, honey, can you pull over? That'll take approximately 20 seconds to pull off to the side of the road.
There was not enough time. And
still, you want that's the courteous thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, underneath the door handle.
Oh,
frozen?
On.
Oh. At least it was frozen and not mushy.
Oh.
Come on,
I'd rather touch frozen puke than not frozen puke.
Is that a fact? Is frozen puke better? Is that where?
It's a little better. You're not sticking your hand in soup. You're sticking your hand on an ice cube.
Oh, I can't do throw up. Can't. Nope.
Well, you're the one who threw up. This is your story.
You're the habitual vomiter.
It's making me sick. I'm making myself sick.
Did you get any cars behind you?
I don't even know. All I know is that my husband was not happy with me at that point.
See, he didn't do what I did when I had to drive my brother home from the Met game. You put him in the house, and then you come outside and hose off the car. Did he hose off the car before going inside and say, see?
Because it's March, so the hose is not
that's
connected
true.
yet.
Mm.
Yeah,
that is a problem.
That's a problem. Yeah.
So,
all right.
Anyway.
Do you want to know what Gisele said about Tom Brady's retirement publicly on his Instagram?
Did she feel deflated?
God, dad jokes.
Wishing you only wonderful things in this new chapter of your life. Prayer hands emoji.
Okay.
That's the standard. Good luck in your future endeavors.
No. You want to know what that is, in my opinion?
What is that?
That's the high road, my friend. Look at Gisele.
Yeah, that's
up
true.
there on that road, ever so high. Class. There's one classy person in this relationship and one big pile of shit. I'll let you guess who's who.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Figure that one out.
He's a piece of shit. He's always been a piece of shit. I don't like him. I never liked him.
Yeah.
Damn.
Especially what he did his first wife. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that was screwed up.
Especially that she's hot. Like she's hotter than that's the hottest chick he's ever gonna be with.
Yep.
Well, I mean, she was pregnant and he left her. Like how many months pregnant and he left her for just
What a piece of garbage.
Piece of crap.
He is not good.
Nope.
Well, he can throw a football though. I'll tell you what. I like betting on him. That always worked out well.
Wow, that's it.
Anybody could throw a football. I could throw a football. Come on. You put me out there. You give me all the plays, and I'll throw the football.
Yeah, okay. I love Frank. Frank, what do they call that when you get drunk and you get all confident and you could do anything? What do they call that?
I have no idea, but I like it.
But you got it. All right, a lot of sacrifices we're talking about. Bird's favorite sacrifice? Lamb. That's the best.
Oh, all right. No,
I would have to agree.
That's a classic.
Yeah. I also agree with Robin
days.
when he says that Lamb had it coming. I will agree with that as well.
Stop.
Lamb was
welcome Funky Monkey to the chat. The first time Funky Monkey ever made it to a live one.
Oh, there you go.
Funky Monkey.
Stephen, hi from England.
Oh, England
Nelson
in the house.
Calling me the voice of reason. Thank you. Appreciate that. Dr. Dex on Team Frank.
Well, first of all, hold on. He drives on the wrong side of the road, so we can't.
Yeah, he don't know what's going on.
Not really. Not entirely.
Yeah. Why did we? What the hell was? What? I mean, we invented cars. Cars were around at the same time. It's not like England had them first and then we got them.
Right.
We all had cars at the same time. We all had roads at the same time. Why couldn't we at least agree on that?
Or are we the backwards ones?
We might be. But I'm saying is why couldn't we all get on the same page with that? You know, everything has to be opposite, metric, and other, whatever the hell our thing is called. What is our, like their metric? What is our thing?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Do we have a name for our thing?
Like centimeters versus inches, and yeah,
Centimeters versus feet.
Fahrenheit versus
Yeah,
Celsius.
I don't know what our thing's called. They got metric. We got something else.
What are you laughing at over there?
I don't know the name of it.
I'm doing verse, but don't really know what it is.
Metric versus whatever it is we got.
Whatever the hell
Yeah.
we call our thing. I don't know. Do we call our thing anything?
Yeah, we got. Yes, our thing is called something. Yes.
What is it called? Yeah. Okay. Here we go, Professor. You tell me what it's called.
Wait, does Italy drive on the wrong side of the road too?
I feel like every country in Europe has a different.
I can't
You
remember
can't- you-
now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wait a second. We invented the car here, did we not? Wasn't that Ford? Didn't Henry Ford start the car?
Yeah, but there were roads before that.
So are you telling me that
Like the horse and carriages were on.
we're
I'm
on the
sure
other
there
side?
were left and right. Was there a left and right side of the street with horse and carriages?
I don't know. I
Or
don't
they
think
was
there was.
just come as you are.
I don't think there was that many things. By the way, everybody is screaming in the chat the imperial system.
Thank you. I couldn't think of liquid courage is what I've got.
He's on the
Liquid
his
courage. That's it. Thank you, Brett.
first glass of blueberry port, guys. Watch out.
It's good stuff.
Well, I don't have a manly wine drinker to pal around with.
His-
Isn't that sad?
His
This
wife.
is a manly wine.
watch
What's wrong
out.
with port?
He's gonna be 3 pumps in before he starts to feel that nausea. He's like, "I'll be right
Just-
back."
No. Justice with the insight. The Flintstones had the first car. You see?
That's true. That's true. Excellent point. How can we mess that historical fact
I don't know
up?
how we missed it.
Thank you for keeping us on target, Miss Justice. I appreciate that always.
I love that meme of the Flintstones around a Christmas tree, and it says, "What are they celebrating?" Wait a minute.
All right. Speaking of celebrating, the FBI raided Joe Biden's Rehoboth Beach home today.
Get out of town.
They
Yes.
raided it like without him. They're just like, we're coming in.
Do you remember a few short weeks ago the first time a president's home was ever raided and how shocked we were?
Yes.
And here we are, just a mere, I don't even know, 6 weeks later.
Sounds
And
right.
and we're like, who cares about this anymore? I mean,
Right.
Pence has got documents, Obama's got documents, they all got them now. Trump was right about that. He's like, they all do it, and we were like, yeah, this guy's crazy. He's saying all this crazy shit again, but that was correct. They all seem to have them. They're all holding on to them, and
Yeah.
the FBI was down there in Delaware today to collect them.
They collected them, but it wasn't a. The big difference everybody seems to forget every time we talk about this is when like they volunteered the documents over. Biden, even I think Pence and anybody else was like, here, we have these documents. I'll give them to the National Archives. Trump was like, they're mine. I'm keeping them. You can't have them. Ignored subpoenas until they had to force their way onto the property and take the files. That's the difference.
Mm.
Is that not a big difference?
I mean,
No, they still did it.
yeah, it's I don't.
Yeah,
I think,
no,
just
I
think
get it.
Trump's a bigger dick. That's really
Yeah, he's
that's
a
the
bigger dick.
difference.
That's my point.
He's just a bigger dick about everything.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but anyway,
You name it.
I'll say this too. Like everybody's like, oh, they're weaponizing the FBI. They're weaponizing the FBI. Well, clearly not really, because the FBI is like, hey, we're fucking coming in to get some. We're going through your house. Like we're,
It's so whenever the FBI goes after a criminal and that criminal happens to be a Republican official, it's well, don't break the law and they won't come after you. That's the thing.
Stop breaking the law, asshole.
Stop breaking the law, asshole. That's the thing.
Good flop too. No difference. They're all pieces of shit.
Oh, that could be.
Bird, I just want people to stop breaking papers home. That's true.
Yeah.
You know what's hysterical about all of this? They're not reading these things. You think politicians are reading papers? What are they doing with all these papers?
Never.
I don't know. It looks
If,
official.
first of all, I'm a president. You know what? My wife says to me the other day. She goes, does all the people in like Congress? I forgot what we were talking about. But she's like, does all the people in Congress get a staff? I go, yeah. They get like
That's who
4.
reads everything. Yeah.
You get like 4 staffers at least. Like the shittiest, lowest rung of Congress, who barely gets an office, gets like 4 people to work on their staff.
Yeah, and you know what? When they get these bills that are like this thick, That's who's reading them.
Yeah.
They're not reading them.
They're not reading
Their
shit.
staff is reading them and giving them the summary.
Most of them can't even read.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
so I don't know what they're doing with all these fucking papers.
I don't know. I know Trump ain't reading them. His briefings were 1 page every day. He insisted on it, and they had to have pictures in it.
1-page briefings in crayon, please, so I can follow along.
Double
Scented.
space.
Scented crayons.
Scented crayons.
You ever smell a scented crayon?
No, scented markers, though.
Oh, yeah.
Those were big when we were in school.
Yeah, but none of them were ever good.
Grape was always good. Other than that.
Have we talked about this, how they figured out the scent of banana or the flavor of banana and banana candy because it's not actual banana? Have we talked about this yet?
No. What is it?
I don't know if I'm stealing somebody else's material. But like, you ever get those little banana candies
Sure.
or your banana scented, crayons or markers or whatever? It's not what a real banana smells like.
That's like grape.
Yes, it's like grape. Same thing. We all universally agree the grape smell, but it's not what an actual grape smells like or tastes like, for that matter.
I guess. I mean, there are different grapes, different smells.
It's kind of the same thing with strawberry too, when you think about it. Strawberry smell is not what a real strawberry tastes like.
And that's why I don't like anything really strawberry flavored, but I like strawberries.
Well, I think it all depends on what you're looking at. Like if it's a cheap product that they say smells like strawberry, or if it's like a high end, they really put their they're all into it. I'm sure there's a difference in every level of scented material.
You know what's
weird?
weird?
What's good? Oh, good.
Go. Let's go with what's good.
I know I already talked about this. Cucumber vodka. That tastes good. And it does taste like... You like it, Anthony.
We had it in the drink at the Christmas dinner.
And you said you liked it a lot.
No, it was good. That was a good cocktail. I thought you meant like just drinking straight up cucumber vodka. Because that I could not do.
Okay, a little simple syrup in there. You got this. Ow.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, right.
I have a little... You know what? Sometimes little paper cuts are worse than real cuts. Fuck.
They are terrible.
Well, it is when you get cucumber vodka in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Stop drinking during the thing. You know what I was going to say? What's weird is like the older I get, the more simple I get with like... So, for instance, you brought up strawberries. Is there anything better than slicing up strawberries and putting like a little whipped cream on them and making?
I don't know what kind of kink you're into.
I think he just told you.
Like a little pound cake, maybe a little slice of cake, like a simple. Like I feel like in my 20s, I was like, give me the fucking, Cheesecake Factory peanut butter chocolate triple cheesecake, like that 10,000 ingredients. Just sugar and sludge and shit. And now I'm kind of like, just slice up some strawberries and put some whipped cream on top and it'll be fine.
I don't like strawberries on cake.
What?
What?
Gross.
I can never
You just said
you out.
Have you ever taken a pound cake, put some strawberries on top and it's a strawberry shortcake. You never had strawberry
I'd rather have a piece of cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. And I don't even like cheesecake that much.
Man, do you like anything?
I'm very picky.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I'm following this. You've never had strawberry shortcake, and you've never had cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory?
I've had strawberry shortcake. I don't like it. I don't like the combination with fruit and cake, like a dry
That's like
cake.
Every cake.
No,
almost.
no.
Pretty much
other than chocolate and vanilla, you're getting a fruit cake.
Wait, and also, are you the one who doesn't like pie?
Pie's okay. It's not my first go-to, but I don't love cheesecake, but I love Cheesecake Factory cheesecake.
Oh, you
like
love
if somebody said, "Oh, I just got a cheesecake from the bakery." Nah, I'm good. I won't even go near it. I don't like it.
Can I tell you something? Rhoda says communist, and I don't even know if she's referring to you, but I hope she is because
I can't disagree with that. Yeah, communist. Yeah.
I don't love cheesecake.
What cake? You don't love cheesecake?
Nah. Nah.
All right, when J Sabs goes for it, when she fucking turns loose, when she's like, fuck dieting, fuck everything,
Yeah, what's your
I'm
guilty
going.
pleasure?
It is dessert time. What is J Sabs reach for?
There is a bakery here that makes a flourless chocolate cake that is amazing.
Hmm.
And they make these little individual ones.
Please, everybody, answer in the comments as well. I want to know everybody's answer to this question. When you're going for it, dessert wise, what do you go for? All right, so flourless, so individual flourless chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Give me a
That's a
size. What are we
specific
talking
ask.
about here? This big? Okay. You have
Just a
how
little
many? One?
personal.
Is
What
one? Two?
I can't even eat. I make the roommate. I share it with the roommate.
Do you like ice cream? at
Yet
all?
another sacrifice, Frank, because you can tell me that he doesn't want to have a whole one of those by him fucking self.
Right?
No,
Oh,
he
shit.
probably doesn't.
She's over there. Let's share it.
Here, let's share it so I
Yeah.
don't feel so guilty. Um,
There's
the
no whipped cream on top of that. There's no. Okay.
No frills, no extras.
there's like a chocolate icing on top of it, and
An
I
icing
also
or a ganache?
Ooh, good and all.
it's like a ganache.
Okay.
And there is a chocolate coconut cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory that's really good.
Okay.
Like
Right.
I like anything coconut.
Me too. Oh, we've talked about this. I spent
like
$12 on
coconut,
a slice of coconut cake for you that I regretted. Go ahead, Frank.
You sacrificed
good
that. You sacrificed a chicken tender meal for your kid to feed me.
That's nice.
That was really good though.
No, it was good. I think. Was
Right?
it good? I
I don't
can't remember if it was disappointing or if it was
Can't
good.
remember.
All I know is I got 3 slices and it was $36. I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Go ahead, Frank.
Let's see.
What's your
My go-to dessert thing depends on my situation. If I'm home, ice cream is good. I like a Rocky Road kind of ice cream.
Oh,
If I'm out, like at a restaurant, it's a coin toss between. I like key lime pie. You usually have that in like every restaurant. I like sorbet.
wait, did you have it at the place where we went to for my birthday?
I don't think so.
Which birthday?
The one that just happened.
I know, but which one of the 6 fucking parties we had to go to?
That's true.
Your place.
Oh, the key lime pie there is really good. Yeah, that's a good key lime pie.
And what else? Then there's, I like what's that? Tiramisu is good.
Oh, Frank, I make tiramisu like from scratch. One day I'll make
What?
it for you. Yeah,
Nice.
it's actually really easy.
That's Jack Meoff's favorite tiramisu.
With the lady fingers and everything.
Jack me off. I'll send you a tiramisu.
Let's see, Bird.
Don't know where he
likes-
lives. Where does he live?
Wait a second.
Lava
Can we go
cake.
back to? Can we? Yeah, ask that question because last time we tried to send something to somebody, they lived in fucking
Yeah, I know.
Africa. They lived in a village with no post office.
The thing kept coming back to us. Deanna likes creme brulee.
Wait, hold on. Let's go back to Rocky Road ice cream. There is no more of a vomit-inducing ice cream than Rocky
I agree.
Road ice cream.
What
I
are
agree.
you talking about? It's
Nuts
chocolate ice cream with
and
nuts and
marshmallow?
and marshmallow. What's wrong with that?
Nuts don't belong in ice cream.
That's ridiculous. Like half of
I
the ice
don't-
creams out there have nuts in them.
I won't eat them.
You're-
I'm
guys are insane.
immediately disappointed if there are nuts in an ice cream.
I'm
And
not a huge fan of peanuts. Like I don't like pecan cake or anything like that. But I'm telling Rocky Road ice cream is my favorite.
It's to me that's what vomit. That's the texture of
You're out
vomit.
of your mind.
It's like the squishiness of the marshmallow and the crunch of the peanut and the creaminess. And it's like if you're just shoving cold vomit into your face.
Yeah. What do you like? Coffee ice cream?
I love coffee ice cream.
Yeah, you're a dick.
Here's the $1 million idea that nobody's doing. I can't believe nobody's doing this, but butter pecan without the pecans. Just make
yeah.
that.
So butter ice cream.
I think that does
just want-
exist.
You just want butter and ice cream
Yeah,
mixed
but
together.
it's got like the pecan essence in the ice cream. Actually, eating the pecans are dry and disgusting and awful.
Oh, it's like eating almonds. Ugh.
It's terrible. I don't know why. I don't know why an ice cream company doesn't do butter pecans without the pecans. That would be a $1 billion idea.
That's just butter ice cream.
All right, Deanna, creme brulee. I will tell you this: creme brulee is a go-to dessert when you've eaten too much. When you're like, I can't possibly fit any more, and they go, "We have a creme brulee." I go, "All right, fine, give me the creme brulee."
I
It's
don't
too
like
light.
the consistency
It's
of
very
it.
light.
You don't like the
And-
crunchy top and the creamy underneath.
Mm,
You're a big
And-
consistency person.
I am.
It's like a flan.
Yeah, that. Mm-mm.
All right, all of these sound really good. Lava cake, come on.
Oh, that's really good.
Who doesn't love a chocolate fucking
Oh,
lava,
lava
cake?
cakes are great.
Oh,
I like Robin. Carrots, a
now I want
vegetable.
that.
I like
Mhm.
good pumpkin pie when it's in season.
Carrot cake. Okay, my friend's grandmother makes this carrot cake. When I tell you, I don't like carrot cake, and she told me I was at one of her parties, and she's like, "You have to just try it." I said, "Okay." It was so good. I went for a second piece. That's how good it was. It was orgasmic.
I like carrot cake,
Mhm.
especially if it's got a good icing on it.
No,
You
Good
need a
stuff.
good icing. Yeah.
Good
so
stuff.
good.
Carrot cake has nuts in it, though. Some carrot cakes have walnuts in it.
That's true. But they're like tiny.
Tiny,
little
yeah.
pieces.
Dark chocolate cake with ganache from D. Ice cream is my go-to from Christine. Cannoli would be second.
Cannolis are good.
Nobody said
I don't.
cannoli.
I'm not a fan of cannolis either.
What?
You're
Nah.
you're not.
If
from
I
this
see
planet.
that, I'm good. I don't need it.
The
What
longer
about-
this episode goes on, the more I feel bad for your roommate.
Oh,
What about
I'll buy it
rainbow
for him.
cookies? Rainbow cookies.
Yes, but I'm very specific about where I get them from because I
Yes.
make them myself.
I love a good rainbow cookie.
And
And-
not for nothing, I do make them pretty good.
I gotta tell you, I like a good rainbow cookie. I've had them when you get them from like a bakery. Sometimes they're not as good as, honestly, you're gonna think I'm crazy. You get them from like a supermarket.
No, get out of
in
here.
like the plastic. I'm telling you,
You're right. I did.
it just tastes like a cookie, and they're good.
You're right.
When you get them from like a bakery, they make it like a cake, and it's not as good. When you get them from like a supermarket or something, they're a little denser and they tast like a cookie.
I agree with you halfway because some bakeries just do a shitty job with them.
Yeah, and they don't put enough almond stuff in it.
Is that what it is? Because it lacks
Yeah.
flavor. You probably
Yeah.
just nailed it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yep,
probably
they don't
it,
put
but
enough.
I'm telling you, you get them. Give me a mass-produced rainbow cookie, I'm good. A rainbow cookie off an assembly line, and I'm in.
I just saw on TikTok somebody like had a black and white cookie and they broke it in half, and the actual cookie part was a rainbow cookie.
Wait, say that again?
Oh,
That seems interesting. Like, you know, a typical black and white cookie, chocolate icing on one side, vanilla icing on the other side. They snap it in half and show you like the cross section, and it's the rainbow
Yeah.
cookie.
It's the place near me.
Is that the place near you?
That place where I got the rainbow cookie cupcakes from one year.
See, now that's exciting.
And the
I'd
crumb
get into
cake. Do you remember that?
I don't know if I remember a crumb cake.
It was
I
4th of July.
I can get into a black and white rainbow cookie.
Um,
DS
yes,
says,
you
"What's a
know
rainbow
it,
cookie?"
Anthony.
I'm vaguely
Rainbow cookie is if you go to the bakery, it's red, white, and green. It's got the thin layer of what is that in the middle?
Raspberry and
Raspberry,
also
yeah.
apricot jam.
It's covered in chocolate,
Apricot,
and they cut them
apricot.
usually into like little cubes or like rectangular cubes. They're
It's the
really
only cookie that's technically a cake.
Right.
We call them rainbow cookies, but they're
guess so.
it's kind of a cake for sure.
good. I
And
guess so.
they are honestly such an easy cookie to make.
Really?
They really are. They don't take long at all.
I feel like you have to make 3 different things and smush them together.
That's what I thought.
You
seems
make
like a lot of
one
work.
batter, you divide it up into you leave one,
Don't break my heart. Are you telling me
Plain.
it's just food coloring?
and yeah, that's it. And you make one batter green and make one batter red.
It's-
That's it.
It's the raspberry thing in the middle that makes it taste like it's.
I thought there were 3 different flavors all coming together for magic in my mouth.
Oh my god.
Dia says they don't have them in California. That's terrible. I think that's a market we could corner.
Are you
We just
sure?
Bring the
They're also
rainbow
called
cookie out to California.
7-layer. Yeah, they're also
7
called
layer. It's
7-layer
another name.
cookies.
Yeah,
I've never heard anybody call it a 7-layer cookie.
I've
Yeah.
heard that.
That's why there's no Italians out there in California. It's a fucking
Mm.
wasteland out there.
I'm gonna look them up and show you a picture.
We got to get you some help. Let's see here. Dark chocolate truffles, and then I dance and funky. Good for you, Funky Monkey. I like that. What is this? What is a Nanamio bar?
Where's that?
They
Nan-
might be there.
Naniamo?
Nanaimo bar.
Are
I
they
know that.
those little chocolate covered things?
Yeah, this is a rainbow cookie.
Yes.
If you don't know.
Excellent picture. There's a rainbow cookie.
Okay.
D's looking at that going, that's a cake. And yes. You
A
basically.
Nanaimo bar. I've heard of that. I'm looking it up, but I've heard of it.
Oh, okay. Stop it all. Here's Rhoda. Hot cookies right out of the oven.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
sure.
God.
All right, a Nanaimo bar. Yeah, they're like brownie / cookie.
Hold on. Hold that up. Oh, is that like a cookie on top and a brownie on the bottom?
I think so.
Hmm.
Correct us if we're wrong.
I don't
here.
think you know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Yeah, they
Paul
look
says
good, though.
baklava, and that's an absolute lie. That is not anybody's favorite dessert. That's what we eat when we're trying to lose weight, and we still want some dessert.
And I'm gonna be honest. You know when you get like the Italian pastries in the box, and there's like what's that one? It's all flaky and it's like the lobster tail or whatever it's called.
Nope, you call it something else.
All right, whatever it is.
is.
I feel like the inside it's good, but that crispiness on the outside like cuts my gums up.
called Schvoyadil. That's what it's
Schvoyadil.
called.
Yeah, that like I'm not gonna say it's not good. It's good if you can get around the fact that the outside is so crispy, it feels like you're eating like you're biting through a crab shell.
Okay, is this true? Anthony advocates for pecan-less butter pecan ice cream at least 3 times annually. Have I said that before?
Huh. I never thought of that. I don't know.
Because I really want it. It's delicious.
That's hey, you might be onto something.
Oh my God, listen to this. Rhonda never tasted a cannoli. What is happening?
Rhonda, where are you? You've got to be in the middle of nowhere.
Send me your address. Don't post it publicly. Just send it to me.
No.
I don't love.
Cannoli
Yeah.
is great.
I
Do you
leave
ever
them.
see like when they make a big one, and they just
Mm.
stuff it with little ones?
Although I have to be honest with you, I am becoming a bigger fan of the cannoli chips,
Okay.
where they just break up the shell and then they just give you a wad of the cannoli cream.
Oh, you
And-
eat it like chips and dip.
Oh my God. Because it lasts longer. It doesn't get
That's what she
soggy.
said.
Yeah.
I like
That
when,
is what she said. It doesn't get soggy.
I
Mhm.
like when you put the cannoli cream in a cake.
What about?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true too. Getting a banana with the peel on, freezing it, and then pouring dark chocolate over it.
If you can get that peel down, that's good eating.
I still can't believe I did that.
I can't believe you did it either.
I believe you did it.
I really can't believe you did that. That took me a second too.
Oops.
Chocolate covered shortbread. I think Paul is just naming the worst desserts ever. That's not a fucking
No.
good dessert.
Dia caved. She's eating sourdough bread with butter straight out of the oven right now.
No, that's good.
She's thanks, guys.
Okay,
See,
Oh,
whenever
that's
we
good.
do a show, everybody ends up way hungrier after we do a show. Somehow we always devolve into food talk.
I know. Lobster tail is filled with French cream. I thought it's the same cream that's in a Shoyadel.
I know it's different.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lobster
idea.
tail cream is the best cream. That's what she said.
Mm.
I don't know. Well, Aussie Annie doesn't know cannoli either. I don't know what kind of desserts are in Australia.
Holy
I'm
shit.
sure they have different ones that we've never heard of.
We got to help the Australians. I don't know what they're doing over there without a cannoli.
You know, no, hey, maybe they have different down
Listen.
under desserts.
At least she's got an excuse. She's on the other side of the fucking planet. I don't know what California's problem is. I don't know what the fuck they're
Yeah.
doing over there.
I don't know how California doesn't have the 7-layer rainbow
I'll-
cookie.
I'll tell you, in the US, we really get fucked with desserts at Starbucks, because the Starbucks desserts in Spain looked amazing. Looked like you walked into a 5-star bakery. And
Really?
you're like, come on.
You know,
I'm
we
like,
we got a $3 cake pop.
yeah, exactly.
I tell
I'm
you
like,
what,
No
that
thanks.
cake pop will get you through a bad day, though. You get one of those around 3 o'clock.
Yeah, but it's this
I hope
big.
you get the reindeer one.
I mean, you take a bite of that and you go, you know what? Life's not that bad after all. You got a cake pop, you're good.
I'm rethinking this suicide.
Yeah, really. I'm gonna tell you something. You know,
Thanks,
my
cake pop.
fantasy is to save people from jumping off a bridge. I'd have a fucking fistful of cake pops when I went up there. I'd be
Right.
like, let's just have one of these and talk about it. I'm
Not a
telling
bad
you,
idea.
See, Jack eating chocolate drizzled coconut macaroons right now. So
Macaroons
me
right
and
now.
Jack need to go on a date because that right there is, I love that.
You're a macaroon person, huh?
I like them too.
Rhonda, put M&Ms in your freezer. So good, melts in your mouth. That's bullshit. I think Rhonda is a dentist, and
Looking
I
for more
think
customers.
yeah, she's trying to just get more customers that way.
All right.
Lemon tart. Okay, I will say this as Paul continues to just name bad desserts. I have become more of a lemon fan in my old age too. That's another thing where I'm turning into an old man. Like a lemon cake or a lemon cookie, I would have never looked at that in my 20s. And now I'm kind of like, let's get a little
I like
lemon
the-
cake. Like, no bullshit. The lemon cake from Starbucks is even halfway decent.
Oh, you know what? Roommate loves that.
Yeah,
The
it's not
lemon
bad.
pound cake. Yeah, he
You know
likes
what's
that.
good? A nice lemon meringue.
Oh
You
yeah.
like the meringue?
I do like a good meringue.
I like a good meringue.
I always love watching people make lemon meringue or any kind of meringue because they're like stiff peaks. You're looking for stiff peaks.
You gotta have them rise
Yeah.
up, and then they brown. They torch them.
Torch them up a little bit.
All right. I think everybody's sufficiently
Yeah, I think we're good.
starved and hungry.
Fucking
I'm gonna
Jello.
have to send
Jell-O.
husband to Carvel.
Okay,
Jello,
here's
you can't miss with Jello though. That's
here's the
always good.
second most vomit-inducing dessert besides Rocky Road
You
ice
don't like
cream
Jello?
is ambrosia.
Ugh.
Oh, I actually don't mind ambrosia.
Oh, you have something wrong with you.
It's fruit and Jello and whipped cream.
Blech.
What's not to like?
Ugh, everything, every part of that,
Oh, you're out of your mind.
every part of that.
You're insane.
Fried ice cream is actually really good.
Mm.
I used to
Yeah,
get fried
fried
ice
Oreos.
cream in the 80s at a Mexican restaurant in Jersey. Like years before it actually became a huge thing, and it is fucking delightful. It wasn't there a Howard Beach place? Was it Danny Szechuan that used to make the fried ice cream?
I think
That sounds
so.
right.
That always confused me because I always thought it was a Mexican thing. I still think it's a Mexican thing, but we had a Chinese place near us make it.
Yeah,
And,
I'm always down for some fried ice cream. That's fine.
Fried ice cream is good, but here's where they went wrong with it. They started selling fried ice cream like in the freezer section. That it don't work that way.
I mean, you gotta fry it. It's gotta come out of the kitchen,
It's got to come hot out of the kitchen.
freezing cold,
Yeah.
unfried. Okay, so what's happening?
CNN's making some news. They announced that Bill Maher. Okay, so Bill Maher does his show on HBO.
Right.
I think he does once, whenever he feels like it, once a month or so on HBO. He does a show, and then after that, he used to do a thing called Overtime, where he would talk to his guests for a couple more minutes, and that would go straight up on YouTube. That is now going on CNN. So his Overtime segment is going to go
Wow, really?
is going to go on CNN, which is a big move because Bill Maher is one of these. I'm going to shit on the establishment guys, and there's no more establishment than fucking CNN.
Right.
I was never a big fan of Bill Maher. He always makes these corny jokes from like 100 years ago.
That's because you're a bleeding heart liberal. That's why you don't.
No, he's very liberal from what I understand. But
Well, you know what's funny about this, Frank? As you're saying this, the fucking liberals are going crazy
Oh yeah.
because they're like, we don't want this right wing conspiracy nut job. That's how bizarre we've become. That the liberal
saying that?
pot smoking, fucking freedom of speech guy, people are calling him a right wing nut job because he, disagrees with liberals on like three things.
Well, I don't know if he's a right wing nut job. I don't think he is. But I don't like is like he makes these bland jokes and he stands up there when he makes these jokes and he acts like he just made the best joke in the world and everybody laughs and it's like, oh God, that was so corny and old. It was like a joke from the 80s. And it's like, I can't with this. And like, why? I just don't get the appeal.
Well, HBO loves them. HBO is part of the same family as CNN nowadays, so it kind of makes sense to move that together. At the same time, Chris Litch, this is the guy who they brought in to kind of save CNN from completely drowning. He is lobbying Gail King to come on and do a primetime show on CNN. Gail King hosts CBS, the morning show on CBS Channel 2.
Right.
That's a
Okay.
fucking long ass day.
That is a long day. It's not that long. I mean, if you're just a host, you do a couple hours. What is that? 5. How many hours a day?
She's in the studio at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And then they want her to be in the studio at 9 o'clock at night too. When are you gonna have a life?
Is it live?
Yeah, it's all live. It's
Yeah, well.
television.
Oh, it's television. Thank you.
I also can I just say this too, and this is very obviously going to be slanted in my view of the world. The person who's going to save CNN is not an established star on another TV network. You know what I mean? Like you need to find the next
new person.
Yes, you need to find the next voice. All these networks are getting this shit kicked out of them by podcasts. That's where your next act is going to come from. Not let's get the girl who does mornings on CB. Like, what is Gail King going to bring to us at 9 o'clock at night on CNN that people are going to be like, I can't miss an episode of Gail King?
Right.
I don't know, but
yeah, the answer is nothing,
something
Frank.
Oh, okay.
The answer is absolutely nothing.
All right. Well, what'd you ask me for?
America's biggest problem.
Is it us? Are we the problem?
That's it. Podcast.
All right.
Yeah.
Next. Jack me off for $2. Ambrosia for the table.
No, stop it. Do people really like ambrosia?
Ugh.
It's a nice little dessert for like a family get together picnic thing.
Ugh.
You get a little bowl, tiny bowl full. Nice palate cleanser.
I'd rather watch Gail King on CNN than have to fucking eat ambrosia.
Your wish is granted.
Yeah. They took a poll.
Mm.
And they asked Americans what was the biggest problem.
Okay.
According to Americans, it was not inflation. It was not illegal immigration. It was not the economy in general. It's not racism, not poverty, not crime. Number one answer by far. You want to take a guess? No.
It's not guns.
Not crime, not violence, not guns.
Politics?
Liberals.
Liberals. The number one answer that Americans gave was the government / poor leadership. Was the number one answer. Yeah. Fucking hit it on the head.
Problem. That's a big problem. It's the hypocrite, the hypocrisy of it's good for one side, it's not good for the, there's a lot of that shit. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but it's definitely not what we have now, because it's never ending fighting. And then whenever we make any kind of deal or compromise, it's the slightest change. And then it'll be another 30 years before we make another slight change. And it's just, we're just crawling along. That's my view.
Our government is the Ambrosia of political leaders.
Yes. Lobbyists. Paige put that's another, I think that's a close second. Whenever you have lobbying going on, that's just politicians in someone's pocket. That's all it is.
Wait, Paige also said this: when you get to my age, ambrosia is good again. Maybe I'm not at the age where ambrosia comes back around again.
I think you miss it. 10 days from now, you'll have ambrosia, and you'll be
like,
that's pretty good.
I'm only at the lemon cake stage. I didn't know there was ambrosia coming down the line.
I haven't had ambrosia in gotta be 15 years.
Yeah,
and I think it's great.
All right, we talked about Tom Brady. Let's go down the line of the other retirements we got today. Ozzy Osborne hung it up.
He's up there.
Yeah, this guy's unbelievable. So he had a tour planned. He postponed it, I think, like 5 years ago. And then like today, he's like, hey, I'm not getting better anytime soon. So we're going to refund all those tickets.
Poor guy. I always loved that show. I always loved that show. Really.
It was so sweet too, because he was like, "Thank you all for holding on to your tickets for so long." I was like, "Oh,
Hmm.
that's so
Yeah,
sweet."
it's terrible. You know, it's. He said his voice is 100%. He could sing. It's just his body. It's just he can't get out there and be on stage like he used to.
God bless
I
him,
mean,
man.
what is he? He's 80 years old, something like that.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, even he's nowhere near as good as he was back in the day, but you couldn't tell a fan of his that they fucking will go up there and see his geriatric ass half
Yeah,
perform. They love him.
wheel him out. Let's go. He's only 74.
Yeah.
I mean,
Aw.
hey, if he could sing, I'm sure there's people that I feel everybody holding a ticket would probably go to see him if they he just sat there on a in a chair and sang.
Yeah. By the way, Adele canceled a couple of shows and the entire country lost their fucking minds. Ozzy was like, "I can't do it anymore," and everybody was like, "It's okay, buddy. We understand."
Yeah,
Like
right.
they still love him. They just
Yeah.
love him.
The guy's a legend.
Yeah. Speaking of the Ozzy show there, J Sabs, I saw an interview with his son Jack the other day.
Oh, I wonder what he looks like now. Go ahead.
Terrible, but he was saying that they agreed to do this show. They filmed the pilot,
Hmm.
and then they just kept going for whatever reason. And before they knew it, they had the whole first season in the can. And so MTV came to them and they were like, "All right, well, you have to sign the contracts." And they were like, "Okay, well, just change this." They kept on asking for changes and changes and changes. They did this so much that the drop dead air date for the show, for the first show, they couldn't postpone it. So they
Aw.
aired the first show without a contract. Then the Osbornes
Yes.
dragged it on so much that the entire first season aired before they actually had them signed to a contract. And that was such a bad move because then Sharon turned around and said, "You aired the whole first season without even having our okay. And now you want a second season?" And MTV had to pay out the ass to get them for a second season.
Of
Isn't-
course.
Isn't that crazy?
Good for them.
Like usually with TV shows, you're so desperate to get a TV show. So every first year deal is such shit. And then you're locked in for like another 3 years where you're not making any money on anything. And you got to wait, 4 or 5 years to cash in. These fuckers just didn't sign the contract and made it in season 2, which I thought was a pretty amazing call.
That's a
Crazy.
good move.
Dr. Phil is also hanging it up. We learned that today.
Is
That's it.
he?
Like, how long has his show been going on? It's got to be over 20 years, right?
21 years of Dr.
21
Phil.
years.
Yeah. 21 years of Dr. Phil. Here's what's embarrassing, though, and I would be ashamed if I was Dr. Phil on this one. He's going to retire, and then CBS said, "We're still going to run his show for another year or so. We're just going to mix up the segments and just fucking keep it going."
Mix up the segments. I mean, I
Yeah,
can
because-
understand mixing up the episodes, but the segments?
The segments, because none of it's really topical. I mean, it's all...
Well, it might not be topical, but if you have segments, I mean, that one leads into the next.
Right.
If you're talking
Well,
to the
you know
same
what the thing
person
is?
for three
Yes.
segments in a row.
No, there's so many commercials that you forget what happened previously by the time it comes back on.
That's kind of true.
Yeah,
Right.
and I bet you out of an hour show, people probably watch for a half hour. So if they just switch it around, people are like, "I never saw this before."
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, if it works, what the hell? I don't think I've ever watched Dr. Oz in my life. I've never seen an episode.
Dr. Phil.
I'm sorry, Dr. Phil, whatever.
It's fucked
I
up
have.
February for Frank's defense. He's
Right.
he's
Huh?
fucked up. He's gonna be fucked up all month.
Leave me alone.
I watched when that Catch Me Outside girl was on it.
No.
Mm.
That was a long time ago though now.
By the way, that's the lone breakout star from the Dr. Phil show.
It's true.
Who else made? And she's making more money than fucking he is.
Probably.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a serial killer on his show?
A serial killer?
I feel
Oh, I
like
don't know.
it's something like that. Was Casey Anthony on his show too, or no?
Oh, maybe.
I think so.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
that was one of the shows that they always got like the whoever was in the headlines kind of a fucking thing going.
Yeah.
Jack me off
Um,
for $2. Will Ant go see Dave Matthews at 74?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Oh,
yeah, I
totally.
would. I totally
That's a
would.
lot.
I get it. Like I'm not making fun of the Aussie people. I'm just stating facts. Like they love him no matter what. It's just
Yeah.
like if Ozzy murdered somebody, they'd be like, that person probably had it coming.
Yeah. Ozzy doesn't murder.
You know,
without some kind of good reason.
yeah. Yeah, I would absolutely go see. I will see Dave. You know what's funny? I think about that all the time because, like I said, I used to do some marketing consultant work for one of the theaters out in the Hamptons, and it would just be one, washed up oldies act after the next, and you would see these like we did. Who's the fucking young heartthrob guy from the Partridge Family? What was his
Who?
name? David Cassidy? Is
David
that it?
Cassidy, yeah.
Dude, like they had this fucking theater had to pull in extra security because the old women were out of fucking control, throwing their panties around. They
Ew,
sent
don't say that word.
but they sent, this is 100% true. Some woman sent a pair of her panties to the theater. Attention, David Cassidy.
Swear it wasn't me.
That's
Sorry,
hilarious.
Just a pair of old lady panties.
Oh, Mom.
I went with my brother to see Tom Jones 10, 15 years ago, however long.
Oh
it was.
my God.
And the whole and this was he had to be at the time 60 something, 70 years old. And he's up there, white hair, he's just doing his thing. Sounds like he does. If you hear the song, it's not unusual. He sounds exactly the same.
Mm.
But all these women throwing their underwear on the stage.
They go crazy.
And there's one, you could tell it was this young girl, maybe in her 20s. She just walks up to the stage, places it, and turns around and walks back. Like, like her mom was like, just go give this to Tom Jones. It'll be great. And she just like, all right. And she just walks up, places it on the stage, and turns around. It was like no enthusiasm whatsoever.
It's fucking crazy. But I would watch these people, and I would be like, this is gonna be me with Dave Matthews. Like I'm gonna be like, he's gonna be like 90, falling over on stage, and I'm gonna be like, doesn't he sound great? Doesn't he sound good tonight?
That's what it is.
Damn it.
Dave Matthews will tour nursing homes, and I will fucking be there. I'm gonna be like, oh, he's going to the big nursing home this year. It's gonna be fantastic.
He's packing them in.
By the way, Frank's dumb fucking bartender, that little thing you did is stuck in my head now, and every time I hear bartender the song,
Bartender,
that's what I fucking hear. Fucking ruin that song for me now.
Well, not for nothing, but the other day you played,
and every other song, because every other song sounds the same. Go ahead.
Before the show the other day, you were listening to the new Dave Matthews song. And I was with it. I was like, all right, it's got a good riff. The music's not bad. And I'm sorry. I know you love him. But then he just starts singing. And I just can't.
It ruins it.
That's not my thing. Everybody loves it. People love Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
But it's just it's like, oh my God. Like the riff was great. The drums, it's got a different beat, everything, it's all good. Everything comes in, the music, and then all of a sudden he just launches into his song, and I'm like, no.
He was not what I would call a traditionally great singer. I've always said this though. He's the weakest link in that band.
I agree.
I've always said that. He is the weakest link in that band.
The musicians are all great.
He's a great songwriter, and he actually is a decent guitar player too. Everybody, I saw a thing come up the other day that guitar players traditionally hate his playing because they can't do it.
Oh, really?
Like even really good, because he does he stretches his fingers and the chords are all really weird. That would be a challenge for Frank to see if Frank could play Dave Matthews
or
songs.
Roommate.
I'll do that.
You think your roommate would be into that? I mean, it's advanced shit.
Give me a song, I'll learn it.
Yeah.
Challenge? Are we doing a challenge?
Challenge it up.
All right.
Give me a song.
You have to be honest though. I'm going to give you. I'll give you 3 songs.
Honest what? I'll play it for you.
But I'm just saying you have to be honest, and if it's difficult, you have to be.
Oh sure, I'm not gonna. I'll let you know. Just you give me a song, and I'll see if I can learn it.
All right. Now, is this something we do live, or is this like here's a song and you get like a week to work on it?
You tell me.
What are we talking about here? Jay Sam's going to need you to referee this.
I'm going to have to. What?
How long would they get?
To learn it?
Jack Me Off says learn bartender.
I would say 2 weeks.
2 weeks? That's a long time. I think Frank
so?
could get it in 2 weeks. Yeah. I don't know about your roommate, but
You hear me playing my fucking Slapping the best.
Have you learned any songs yet?
Slap a little bass. Yeah, have you? Are you starting a husband? Are you doing a Jack White, Meg White thing with your husband?
Yep.
You are. You're playing. Do you play together, you guys?
No.
So,
He's like, I'm gonna learn some John Mayer because I really heard that it drops the panties.
what?
How do you not love him? I mean, for real.
He's a character.
There's a lot. That right there, that I'm like, please don't ever say that again, okay?
I saw John Mayer give away a pair of tickets to something because some girl wouldn't give up her seat at the bar, her friend's seat at the bar. Did you guys see this?
No.
Yeah, some bullshit promotion that he's doing. He like walks up to the bar and this girl's sitting there and she turns and looks and she's clearly a massive fan. And she's just like, she almost slides off her little chair and she's fucking looking at him and he's like, oh, is this seat taken? And she's like, oh my God. She's like, I love you, but my friend is sitting there. And he's like, really? You won't let me have this seat? And she's like, no, I can't, like it's taken. And he's like, all right. He's like, I was just testing to see if you're a good friend. And he gave her passes, I think, to his show or some tour. I don't know what, the Super Bowl, maybe. I forget what she won tickets to.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, it was like if you're a good friend or not.
I gotta tell you, if you and I were sitting at a bar and James Hetfield walked up and
I
said,
know,
"Is
you'd
this
be
seat
like-
taken?" I'd be like, "Fuck you! Come on, all yours, buddy. I'm buying the first round.
Yeah.
Let's go."
Yeah.
You want some blueberry port? You look like you like blueberry port.
A snifter or two.
Where is your wife to refill that blueberry port glass? That's what I want to know. What is she doing?
She doesn't have to refill my glass for me.
She should be on that glass, my man.
All right.
That's what you should be doing right now.
Yeah.
So, J-Sabs, why do you have a bass? Are you learning?
Maybe.
Slap a little bass.
Maybe I'll invite you guys to come, watch me play at a winery this summer.
Okay, listen.
What was this blueberry port? I'm in.
This is a challenge, Frank. I'm going to look and see what the most difficult Dave Matthews song is to play.
You're gonna give me the most difficult one?
Yeah, well, why would I give you the easiest one?
Not the easiest, but like the most difficult. Okay.
Because here's what I want to know. Like, can you, like, what do you need? Sheet music? Do you need to see it in a video? Is that
Just tell me the
cheating?
song.
Just tell you the song.
Just tell me the song.
Mm,
I'll learn
okay.
it on my own.
All right.
I'll look up how to play it, tabs, whatever I need, and I'll learn it.
All right, I need J Sab's investigative powers for this next story.
Oh God, hurry up!
Jessica Simpson.
Oh, I don't know. Go ahead.
Do you know? Okay, Jessica Simpson admitted to having a secret romance with a massive movie star. She said that, and this was around the time where she split with Nick Lachey before they got divorced. She said she ran into the movie star at like an award show or something, and that he undressed her with his eyes, and she never forgot it. And then they met up after the divorce at Beverly Hills Hotel. He snuck her into the Beverly Hills Hotel. She said nothing happened, but they did kiss, and she got a quote warm rush all the way down her body.
Whoa.
Hey-o.
She said the mystery man told Simpson at the time that his relationship with his girlfriend was completely over. That was a lie. In fact, he was married, I believe.
Wow, who could this be?
Yeah. And she said that it was, wait, let me get this right because I don't want to fuck this up. I'm going to get this right. That it was her teenage fantasy come to life.
All right, so it's someone older than her.
Mm-hmm.
So when she was a teenager, or someone, it could have been someone like, what's a movie star though?
I thought it could possibly be Ben Affleck.
Well, he's married to J-Lo now.
Right.
Yeah, but this was back in 2006.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
I thought she was currently seeing him.
No. She's
Oh.
She's
okay.
currently seeing her lips right now. They're blocking her eyes. They're so fucking
Ah.
That's the best Jessica Simpson impression I have ever seen.
It's messed up.
Holy shit.
Rhonda thinks it's Adam Levine.
Take Take my breath away. Remember when she did
No,
that
but when
cover?
she popped before Adam Levine, maybe that would still be a teenage.
But movie star. She said movie star. He's not.
movie star. Oh yeah, good catch,
He's
Frank.
not a
Movie
big
star.
movie star.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be. I mean, that doesn't really narrow it down. It could be almost anybody.
Well, you have to go back to that time, see what movies were big,
Early
Because-
2000s.
because they would have had to be at this award show, right?
Yeah, but they would have to have been at that award show, correct? But how
Jim
old is
Carrey.
she?
I'll say Jim Carrey.
She's 42, so she's not. She was born in
Jim
1980.
Carrey. What?
I'll say Jim Carrey.
Absolutely not.
So who was a
Going to
big
all
movie
those
star
award
when
shows.
we were teenagers? Jim Carrey's one of them.
What's his face? The guy who played Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, and he's been married forever.
Could have been him. Who else was big in
It
the
was
90s?
2006, right?
Yeah, we're talking her teenage years was the 90s. And who was she admiring when she was a teenager?
She's the
big
same
movie
age
star.
as us, isn't she?
Right. Right.
Let's see.
Deanna guesses Jack Nicholson. Bird says George Clooney.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
like
sorry.
that old.
I'm sorry,
stars.
but like, is J Sabs isn't wrong? Would you look at that?
What?
I mean,
Look at those lips. Like that top lip is half of her fucking face.
it's a big top lip.
That is a huge. That's a lot of real estate.
I mean, leave her alone. She's all right.
I will not.
Okay, don't leave her alone.
Okay,
There was
she's
another one that was-
42.
I said that 10
Oh,
minutes ago.
oops, sorry. I just want to be sure.
There's a delay. Leonardo DiCaprio. That's a good guess.
It's not Janine's fault. She couldn't hear me over Jessica Simpson's stuff.
Lips. Oh,
Jude
Oh,
Law.
okay.
Good guess. Scott Baio.
Ooh,
Bad guess.
Jude Law is a good guess.
Jude Law is a good guess.
Yeah, it could be anyone. There's no real clues here, except that it's a big movie star in the 90s, 2000s. Who the hell? It could be almost anybody.
You know what? It's going to come out in Us Weekly next week. I'm sure her friend will tell the tabloids.
Oh, you think so? Somebody's gonna snitch?
Yeah.
It's Adam Sandler.
Oof.
Nah. He's too wholesome.
I feel like he's been married forever anyway.
Good Long Island boy would never do wrong. I'm dying to know. I will say this is how you get me involved in celebrity bullshit. Like if you make it a mystery, now I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
You're hooked.
Yeah, I get hooked. I want to know.
Matt Damon says Oceani. Johnny Depp.
I was
Says
going to say
Bird.
Matt Damon too. Well, Matt
Too
Damon.
young though. I don't know. I feel like if it's a teenage, maybe not.
Tom
Maybe not.
Cruise.
Could be another young person, I guess.
Paul says Julia Roberts for some reason.
Hot.
Yeah.
It's hot. Well, that's a lot of lip. That's a lot of lips moving. Well, if it
That's
was
a-
now.
That's a yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lip smacking good time.
That would be the equivalent.
What?
Oh,
You
God.
just make yourself laugh with your own joke before you said it. You're
That would be the equivalent of two wide load trucks backing into each
yeah, it wasn't even that good.
Eh.
You suck.
Dad joke. Dad joke.
because they have wide lips.
No.
Julia Roberts. This is Julia Roberts. This is her smile. She's got the widest fucking smile ever. She's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah, but she pulls it off. She's gorgeous.
she does. She does. And I have nothing to
Ooh,
stand on.
Christopher Walken,
Nah, he smells
Jessica
weird.
Simpson. Get this watch out of my ass.
Oh, my God.
Danny
Gunther's
DeVito,
Millions.
good guess. Oh,
There's a Netflix documentary coming out about a dog who's a millionaire.
That's all I get.
Turns out to be a con. They say that this old lady left $400 to $500 million to this German Shepherd, and there's all
Reasonable.
sorts of pictures and everything. And like the German Shepherd, I don't know. They say this German Shepherd was like so popular in the '90s. Do you remember Gunther,
No.
the German Shepherd millionaire dog?
Gunther, no. The only Gunther I remember from the 90s was on Friends.
Good point. Let's move on.
There
I
we
hate
go.
the story now. Megan Fox said that she manifested Machine Gun Kelly.
I
Mm.
can't anymore. Come on.
In an interview, she said that when she was 4 years old,
Oh,
she dreamt up and manifested Machine Gun Kelly.
she might have.
And what a coincidence that was, because she's exactly 4 years older than him.
So we could blame her for Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, she believes that she created Machine Gun Kelly from her imagination.
Okay,
That's the kind of fucking weed I need to get.
that's out there, baby.
Mm-hmm.
People do believe in that.
Believe in
Like-
what? Manifesting people?
Yeah, no, just like things, like manifesting things, and I guess people could be a part of it too.
I believe in that.
You do?
I believe there is a bizarre connection between our brain and the universe.
Oh, absolutely. I think there's all kinds of weird shit like that. But
Because do you know how many times like I think of something and then it's not like a day or two, 4 or 5 days later, and like I'll come across it or something.
Well, that's not. I don't think that's manifesting. I think that's like some kind of psychic ability.
Well, I don't know if it's a psychic ability. I don't know if I'm saying I'm causing it or creating it, but I think there's definitely some sort of relationship, because it's odd how you will not see something for a while and then somebody brings it up and then all of a sudden you see it everywhere, or you know.
yeah, I think there's also a little bit of like slight coincidence to it. A little bit.
Oh, Frank's.
I'm
a
thinking like no, like
naysayer.
like if someone
Naysayer.
if someone said to you, you know, carrot cake, and you haven't thought of carrot cakes in years, and tomorrow you'll see carrot cake.
Yes.
It's gonna be like, well, if we didn't bring it up, you would have saw that cake anyway. It's just a fact. It's just a coincidence that we
It's
happen to be
weirder
talking
now.
about
Yes.
it.
I
It's
agree.
just very weird.
There's definitely that, but there's also cases where like I will think of a scene in a movie, or like have an actor in a movie, it'll just kind of pop in my head. And then like a week and a half later, that movie will be on TV. And it's like a movie that hasn't been on, it's not one that plays on TBS like all the time, but
I was
like,
just gonna say, was it on TBS?
like
I think
I'll
the
just,
weird
I'll
part
come,
is that you're watching a TV channel.
but it's just weird. It's like, I'll just come across it and it'll just be like, what, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
You know?
no, there's
Yeah.
definitely some weird stuff out there like that. I've run into that kind of thing.
Like for instance, I talked the other day about London falling, the one about the secrets, remember? And I
Yeah.
was like, I remember watching Olympus Falling, and I was like, I kind of want to watch Olympus Falling again. I'm flipping through the channels, and I get to the Sci-Fi channel, and they're playing. They're like nothing. It was at the gym. I go to the gym. There's no hockey game on. There's no sports. I can't watch anything. I'm like,
This
I don't
story
know.
already is full of holes.
Oh,
Full of,
I stumble
like
upon.
chock full of holes.
I'm like, there it is on the Sci-Fi channel. I've never watched that. I don't even know where that is. I was just fucking haphazardly scrolling, and it's on fucking the Sci-Fi channel. That's a little weird.
it is.
It's weird.
How
is
about-
it weirder than you being at the gym? I don't know.
No, it's not.
All right.
The other day, my daughter learned about Arctic animals, and she came home and was like, "I want a husky puppy," and I was like, "Well, I want one too. Go ask your father." The next day in Target, there was a really cute husky puppy that I went crazy for, and she was like, she couldn't believe it. She was like, "We were just talking about this yesterday. What's going on?"
Her little mind was blown.
It's weird stuff. It's
like-
weird. Sometimes that happens.
But I think unless you're talking about it or thinking about it, I don't think it happens. Like, I don't think that's psychic. I think that's just some sort of inherent, like, you know how they say we're all made of the same matter and shit?
Oh, this is gonna be too deep. I need some of that blueberry port now.
Yeah. Save this for the 420 show.
All right, I will. I just think that there's some sort of weird relationship that
Oh,
cause and
absolutely. I think
effect.
we're all connected in some weird way. I get it.
Like New York
I'm on
Telephone.
board with that. Like New York Telephone.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Truman
That's
Show.
a joke that not a lot of people will get unless you live in New York
No, really.
in the
This
90s.
fucking jack me off. I'm manifesting a liberal Jane Sams right now.
Jack me off for the win.
Jack me off for the win, right?
That's pretty good. Yeah, is that a Neil deGrasse Tyson sort of a thought? It might
Yeah.
be.
It is.
Oh, he has some wild thoughts. You ever go on YouTube? You watch his every now and then. He has stuff that keeps him up at night,
Yeah.
and he says, "This is something that keeps me up at night."
Yeah.
And he'll launch into this thing that makes you think.
That's a good Neil deGrasse Tyson, by the way.
The stars were formed billions of years ago.
That's exactly.
This is how he talks to his wife before, you know. They,
Well, she's. I'm not
like,
gonna.
"Do you
She's
want
into Neil
me to
deGrasse
put-"
Tyson.
she
Now
is
here's
into
the
him.
listen. Here's the bit we need to
We're
do.
going to make coitus.
Neil deGrasse Tyson
Put my
talking to
cock
Jessica
inside your
Simpson.
mouth.
That's what we need to do.
Now, Jessica, let me throw this at you. This is what keeps me up at night. The solar system is made up of the same molecules as you and I are. Think about that for a while.
You got
That's
the
what
breath
keeps
down
me-
too. He's got weird breath when he talks.
Okay.
Like don't you get the feeling like when you talk to him, like your hair will move a little because he's just like exhaling out so much
yeah.
breath.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
he's got some deep shit.
this is weird because the show's over and J Sabs is still here. I don't know what to do.
I was gonna leave in like 1 minute.
Yeah, that's it. Super Bowl trivia. Don't forget, we got Super Bowl trivia coming up a week from this Friday.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Friday right
let's
before
do
the
this.
Super Bowl.
Don't go.
I'm not going.
Everyone's working on Super Bowl trivia. Now we know Frank's going to do Dave Matthews Challenge. Is there an update on the comedy material? Have you been writing? Give us an update, Jason.
No, but I actually have been watching a few more comedy specials. Wait, how many pumps will J Sabs manifest tonight? Good 4 or 5 pumps.
That's not enough pumps.
That's
No.
a good. No, that's not enough pumps.
No.
Come on, that's it. You've been watching specials. I thought you'd be like
Yeah.
writing material.
We're all
No.
watching specials, and nobody doesn't mean we're standing on stage.
We're all
Not working on
special.
10 minutes.
Yeah, right.
So you've done nothing. You've done
I've
nothing
done
since
nothing
we decided.
except watch comedy specials.
Okay.
I mean, I
I'm
guess
trying to
that's
get
something.
material. You know,
You can't take other people's material.
yes, you can. This is America,
mean,
damn it.
I mean, you
Don't let-
can, but it's not cool.
Don't let the Dane cook.
So that's a lot of people can't do that shit. That is faux pas, taboo, no good.
I like this too. It's Frank DeGrasse C. That's good.
All right.
It's not too bad.
Billions of years ago. That's it.
We gotta write a sketch where you talk to J Sabs in the fucking Jessica Simpson impersonation.
I love Neil deGrasse Tyson. I could watch him.
What's going on with my hair?
If he gave lectures, I'd sit there and just.
J
Yeah.
Sabs, do a roast. Oh, I wish I could do a roast. Who would I roast?
Bird, I want to get high on your 420 episode. Man, everybody's gonna be high on
Who
that
doesn't?
episode. Yeah.
Mhm.
Should we invite some member guests on? We could do
I don't
that.
see why not. We did last time. We
Was
had
that the
Big Beat by
420 show?
Drum and some other people. Yeah.
And I remember that was a bad show for me though because I was very out of it. That's right. There was like 14 people waiting to get on.
You're like, nope.
Go to
You
any
didn't
of
even know? Oh,
I didn't realize I was all
Yep.
fucked up.
We love it.
Now we can end the show. Thank God. I felt weird.
Man, can't.
I don't know what to do.
No, that's weird. You can't end the show with J Sabs on it.
No, it's very uncomfortable. It's very, very uncomfortable.
Become a member, folks. The
Yes.
link is below. Join. You hit the join button or go to anthonyonair.com. Become a member. Different levels of membership. Pick the one that you like. And you get exclusive content. You get a lot of our members we bring on the show every now and then. The 420 show, the Super Bowl trivia show. We're going to bring on a member. So
We're gonna have a bunch of members. One member is gonna play with us, and the other members are gonna be the phone a friend.
I like it.
Very
It's going to
exciting.
be fun.
Exciting stuff. Join now, because if not, you're basically stealing free entertainment.
Anthony's kind of playing some hardball now.
Yeah.
He's kind of letting you have it if you
Trying to get the numbers up a little bit.
Can't blame you. Doesn't
All right, that's it. We're gonna hammer out these details of this Dave Matthews challenge trivia.
give me a song. I just need a song.
I'm gonna give you 3.
I got to learn 3? No, I can't learn
I think it's got to be 3. 1 is easy. You can get lucky on 1.
Show me potato salad.
Ran out of
think
time.
so.
Can't respond.
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.